Hi guys, so it's September 26, 2015 and I'm in Budapest, Hungary. I was just reading the news yesterday and I looked at the Daily Mail, the UK Daily Mail, and I mean, it's amazing. Surprise, surprise. Now there's a recognition that these migrants, these so-called migrants, are largely male. I mean, predominantly male. And the refugee centers in Germany, where all these people are, or most of these people are going, the makeup is mostly male. But there's a problem. There's some women and children there also, because they do not segregate the sexes in Germany, because that does not conform to the political preferences of the current regime. I mean, this current regime is, I mean, Angela Merkel just lives in another dimension. She lives in another world. She does not understand human nature, and she does not understand other cultures. But in any event, according to the Daily Mail, I mean, there's a big problem in those refugee centers over the issue of sexual assault of both women and children, to the point that women, when we're talking about Muslim women, women don't even dare to go to the bathroom because they're afraid that on the way to the bathroom they're going to get raped. They sleep with their clothes on, with their, you know, street clothes on, because they're afraid that if they put anything lighter to sleep, they're gonna wake up with a guy on top of them. And this is the type of people that Angela Merkel is bringing over by the hundreds of thousands. In Bavaria, German girls are being told to not show too much skin to avoid quote-unquote misunderstandings. Now, you know, we all know what quote-unquote misunderstandings means. I mean, it doesn't mean misunderstandings, it means rape. There have been instances of migrants raping German women, and the preference of the foot soldiers of the Merkel regime is to just downplay these incidents, not publicize them, not talk about it. They don't happen, they don't exist. The police will not discuss these incidents. You know, it's the same type of mentality that led to the white child rape camps in Rotherham in the UK, where thousands of white children were, you know, became the sexual objects of grooming gangs, so-called grooming gangs, consisting of largely Pakistani men, but also Muslim men of other ethnicities, Somalians, for example. Guys, this is a big problem. This is a big problem. I suppose that the European woman is viewed as a quote-unquote price by a lot of the people in these societies that are immigrating en masse into Europe, and they're also seen as you know, fair game, because they're not Muslim, and add to that the problem of the low status of women in Muslim societies. And you know, you have a very bad situation, and Angela Merkel insists that she's going to keep importing these guys. But you know, no numbers is the limit. Yeah, the sky's the limit. She's just going to continue doing this, and she does not care about the consequences. She says that the opportunities outweigh the risk. Now, I mean, I don't know what type of universe this woman lives on, but her view of reality is completely disconnected with my view of reality, and that leads me to one conclusion, and one conclusion only: either she's crazy or I am crazy. in any event, this just keeps getting the situation just keeps getting worse and worse. We're seeing Scandinavia, we're seeing the white child rape camps popping up in Germany, and again, because of political correctness, there's a reluctance to talk about these problems, which intensifies the problem. You know, like a wife beater doesn't want domestic violence discussed. A rapist does not want to talk about rape. But you know, we have to talk about this, and we have to talk about these populations who are so inclined to sexual violence. And you know, let's see where this goes. Again, no mention by the increasingly weakened Merkel regime of intensified border controls across Europe. No mention of plugging in the hole through the Greek islands through which all these migrants are rushing in. Condemnation of Hungary's attempts to seal off its own borders. But you know, there are no solutions forthcoming from this woman. And that means that this woman is the problem. Because somebody so stupid, so irresponsible should not be in charge of a major European economy. I don't know what this woman is thinking. She's being led by political ideology, by flawed notions of human behaviors, by flawed notions of other cultures, and she's really a danger to the rest of us. And in particular, she's a liability to our children, you know, to their future. So, guys, you know, this situation is just going to get worse and worse because the numbers of these people coming into Europe just keep growing and growing exponentially. And you know, unfortunately, if the numbers keep growing and nothing is done about it, then what's going to happen is that the only solution to this problem, and this is a very, very big problem, is going to be violence, and that is something that is not a happy solution as far as anybody is concerned. So my suggestion, and this is just my suggestion, my opinion, just nip this problem in the bud. Right now, the situation is still manageable. In the future, it will probably not be manageable. So let's you know, let's get things done. Let's get things done. You know, people need to be out in the street, joining demonstrations, Pegida demonstrations in Germany, backing regimes that are responsible, that are doing what needs to get done, which is fence building. And you know, let's fight for our own interest. Let's not sacrifice our children's future at the altar of a flawed conception of morality or of compassion. All right, take care, guys.